Okay, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Teach Together Try with Mr. Burns. Today we're looking at coordinates. How very exciting. Let's have a go. Let's just see whether you need to watch this video. Let's do some testing. Look, can you please tell me the coordinates of the red triangle and the green square? The red triangle and the green square. If you can tell me the coordinates of that, you don't need to watch the video. Okay? So pause me and see if you can answer that. Okay, guys, I hope we're back, and I hope that you have, perhaps you've said the coordinates of the red triangle are E8. And if you said that correct, you're halfway there. Perhaps you said the coordinates of the green square were J10. And if you said that, you're correct. You don't need to watch the video. You can go on with the activity. But if you didn't say that, you had better keep listening, because I'm going to teach you how we use coordinates, and no doubt you've realised the coordinates are important by now. Right, well, here's the teaching phase, guys. Let me introduce you to a graph. I think you can see a graph. It's right here. I'll draw an arrow pointing towards it. It's a graph, and often we divide up things on the graph with coordinates so we can show where they are, where they are in locations and business like that. Often a popular game is called Battleship, where you've got to try to sink your opponent's battleship just using coordinates, and that's a good example of what we use coordinates for in real life, actual real life military situations. Okay, so let's have a look at how would we use the coordinates. Right, so why is the triangle at E8? Well, that's because, guys, if you look down here, this is X, and this is a bit high school, but we can talk about this. The bottom, or the horizontal line, in any graph is what we call the x-axis. So this is the horizontal line, and we'll call that the x-axis. Okay? And that always goes first. So that's going to be the first digit. And over here you've got the vertical line, the up and down line, don't you? We call that one the y. There's y. Call it the y-axis. Okay? So really you've got x, don't you? You've got x and y. X and Y. X is the one down the bottom, Y is the one going up and down. So X goes from left to right, Y goes up and down. Here's your X-axis, here's your Y-axis. Okay. Now, just before we go on, I hope we understand which lines are which. This one down the bottom here, going across the bottom, that's of course the X-axis. This one here, right? And the one along going up the side here, going up and down, is the y-axis. It's important, and it's important to also remember that x comes before y in the alphabet, doesn't it? X comes before y in the alphabet. So let's just write that up here, could we? X, y. Just so we remember that x comes before y. Okay, how do we find the coordinates of, say, the red triangle? Well, what's the x value of the red triangle? What's the x value? The x value is E. So, the x value is E, comma. What's the y value of the red triangle? What's the y value, this axis? The y value is 8. So we say the red triangle is at E8. Okay? The red triangle is at E8. What about the green square? Why don't you have a go at this one? Why don't you have a go? Can you please tell me the x value of the green square on the x-axis, which is this axis down here? What value is the green square connected to, joining up to, in line with? It's in line with the J, isn't it? So we can put down the J. Okay. And on the y-axis over here, a good old y-axis, the up and down one. What is the square in line with? Okay. What level is it on? What does it join up to? It joins up to 10. So I'd say the square is at J10. Okay. J10. Oops, today. See if you can have a go at. Why don't you do the blue circle? Why don't you have a go at the blue circle all by yourself? Where is the blue circle? Okay, here it is. Down there. Remember to put the x-axis first and the y-axis second. Okay, and I hope, pause me and have a go. Okay, I hope you said the blue circle was at G3. Okay, let's do a couple more just over the page. Okay, let's do the red circle together, and then you can do the other ones by yourself. Let's have a look at the red circle. What's it in line with, guys? And of course, remember, this is the x-axis down here. This is the y-axis, and we always have to go x, y. Okay, x, y. And I'm just aware that I'm using this word axis, aren't I? I'm using the word axis, and maybe you don't know what that means. Axis just means a line, guys. It means a line we use in math. So axis just means line. So this down here is the x line, right? And this over here is the y line. Okay, so we call it axis, but when we talk about coordinates, so the x-axis and the y-axis. All right. So what is the? See if you can work it out. What does the red line up with on the x-axis, and what does it line up with on the y-axis? See if you can work it out. Okay, what did you get? Okay, I hope for the circle you got C7. The circle is at C7. Have a go all by yourself, thank you, with the green square and the blue triangle. See if you can find it all by yourself. Okay, pause me. I hope you paused me. And I hope you had a go all by yourself. And I hope that for the green triangle you got, well, that's H for the x-axis, isn't it? H. And for the y-axis it's 9, so H9. Right? And I hope that for the triangle you got F for the x and 4 for the y. Okay, guys, I think you're probably ready for the task. Thank you very much.